Good morning. It's great to see you. Okay, so it's Sunday morning. It's medical Qigong class. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, since it's Sunday, we're going to do the 3-line relaxation, which feels kind of like 5 lines. And then we're going to move into rejuvenation and do 1 through 6 1/4. At least that's what, no, 6, 2/3. 2/3 of number 6, swimming dragon. At least that's what we're going to shoot for, if I can utilize my time management wisely. So, and yes, I forgot to say, my name is Mary Frances, and I'm one of Henry Mulvey's medical Qigong students. Okay, now I'm done. Go ahead and open up. Feet are hip width, shoulder width apart. We're settling into the space. Remember, we're not trying to push through anything, so if you become lightheaded at all or need to take a break, please do so. Bottoms of the feet are melting into the earth. The knees are softening. Relaxing the low back, allowing the tailbone to drop a little bit, creating some space in the lumbar spine. Relaxing the shoulders. Tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. The very top of the head is reaching up into the sky. We're closing the eyes and imagining that we're standing underneath a waterfall of energy. This waterfall is flowing down from the sky, bringing with it clear, pure energy. It helps to soften and break up any stagnations. It nourishes any areas or tissues that need a little extra energy. And it takes with it anything you don't need or want. Leaving behind that clear, pure energy for the tissues and channels to use. Bringing our mind's awareness, our mind intent to the very top of the head. We're allowing that energy to flow forward towards the anterior hairline through the scalp. We're following it down the forehead, down the brow, reaching into and circulating throughout the eyes. Coming down into the cheekbones, the bridge of the nose, flowing down underneath the nose, into the upper lips, entering into the gums and the upper teeth, circulating down into and throughout the mouth, coming back out through the lower gums, the lower teeth, exiting through the lower lips, flowing down into the chin, underneath the chin, underneath the jaw, connecting to the throat, and then flowing down through the throat, into the clavicle, flowing down through underneath the clavicle, into the tissues of the upper chest, continuing down, entering into the solar plexus, flowing throughout the abdomen, the tissues and organs there. Coming down into the lower abdomen. Gathering here before then exiting through the fronts of the thighs. The musculature here. Quadriceps. Connecting with the knees. Gathering and circulating throughout the knee joint before then flowing down through the shins. Coming down to the very tops of the feet, that junction between the feet and the lower leg. Flowing down through the bones and tops of the feet into the webs of the toes. Connecting into the toes and then flowing out through the toes back into the earth. Allowing this waterfall to take with it anything you don't need or want. Softening any areas that feel stuck. And leaving behind clear, pure energy as nourishment that your body can use. Bringing the awareness back to the very top of the head. Flowing now posteriorly back through the scalp. Down through the back of the head. That soft area underneath the skull connecting with the neck and the cervical spine. Gathering here before then flowing down through the cervical spine and the musculature of the neck. Connecting with the top of the shoulders. Coming down through the scapula and the thoracic spine, the musculature and tissues here. Continuing down through the mid-back, low back, lumbar spine. Gathering in that area where the lumbar spine meets the sacral area. Before then flowing through and down the glutes. Gathering where the glutes and the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs meet. Flowing down through the hamstrings. Into the backs of the knees, that popliteal fossa, that soft area. Circulating throughout the knee joint before then exiting through the calves. Flowing down through the calf muscles into the Achilles tendons. Connecting with the heels. Circulating throughout the heels of the feet before then flowing up underneath the arches of the feet, the balls of the feet, the webs of the toes themselves. Exiting back into the earth. As we breathe, allowing, appreciating this waterfall of energy now flowing and encompassing the front of the body and the back of the body. Bringing the awareness back to the very top of the head, reaching up to the sky, connecting with the sky and that waterfall of energy. Noticing it flowing from the sky down to the very top of the head, down the sides of the head, the temples. Entering into the ears, circulating throughout the ears before then entering into the joints of the jaw, the musculature and the structure here. Gathering and pulling here before then flowing down through the jaw, underneath the jaw, down the sides of the neck. Entering into the tops of the shoulders, the musculature of the trapezius, flowing down into the shoulder joint, circulating here before then exiting through the outer aspect of the upper arms. That tricep area flowing down into the elbows, circulating here. Before then flowing through the backs of the forearms. Releasing into the wrists. The backs of the hands, the bones of the hands. The webs of the fingers. Flowing through the fingers. And then releasing from the fingers back into the earth. Allowing the arms to float just a little bit away from the torso. Gathering the ball of energy, or more correctly, allowing that energy to gather underneath the arms and the armpit area. Gathering into that shoulder joint. Before then flowing down the inner aspect of the upper arm, that bicep muscle. Flowing down into the elbow. Down into the inner aspect of the forearms. That soft tissue there. Entering into the wrists, flowing throughout the bones of the wrists. Gathering into the palms of the hands. Before then flowing through the fingers. Releasing out from the fingers back into the earth. One more time. Allowing the energy to gather underneath the arms and that armpit area. Flowing down the sides of the ribs, down the sides of the torso. Entering into the hip joint. Circulating throughout the hip joint before then flowing down the lateral and medial outside and inner aspect of the upper leg. Connecting with the knees. Continuing down the sides of the lower legs. Reaching into the ankle joints. Gathering within the ankle joints, circulating throughout, before then flowing down the sides of the feet, the inner and outer aspects of the feet. Wrapping underneath to the bottoms of the feet. And flowing back into the earth, allowing this waterfall of energy to take with it anything you don't need or want. Leaving that clear, pure energy behind so that the body may use this energy. Taking a moment as we breathe. Allowing that connection between the heavens, the sky, and the earth below. When you're ready, gently opening the eyes, letting the arms come back down to the sides, and closing, bringing that left foot back to the right. Okay, So we're going to move on to the Rejuvenation series. If you need a little extra time to center yourself, please feel free to take it. If you want to sit down, or if you want to just kind of chill out for a while, please do so. And then join in on rejuvenation whenever it feels right to you. Otherwise, we're going to jump in. It's going to be a brief rejuvenation today. We're going to do probably about 2 exercises each, and we're going to be moving at a slightly moderate pace, meaning not super slow and not super quickly, but somewhere in the middle, maybe a little more towards quick. But you move at your own pace. All right, the Rejuvenation series. First exercise is the wave. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. And closing. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. Out. Inhaling. And exhaling. The shaking exercise. It has natural breathing, so you breathe at your own pace. Opening. Allowing that connection between the feet and the earth. Closing the eyes if you like. And beginning. And then slowing down, allowing the momentum to gradually come back to the center. When ready, gently opening the eyes and closing. Our third exercise, the infinity exercise. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Closing. Scoop the moon. Scoop the moon is natural breathing. So you get to breathe however it works best for you. Closing. And you have swimming in Qi. It's a three-parter, making sure that the space around you is fairly free. Inhaling, exhaling. Transitioning, inhaling, exhaling, and in, out, part 3. You can do the modification if you like, which is simply bringing the heel up and connecting the toes to the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Switching sides. A little wobbly today. And closing. Sometimes the little wobbles are fun. And then we have swimming dragon. We're going to do the first and second third of swimming dragon. Inhaling, exhaling, in, out. Transition to part 2. Inhaling, exhaling, in, and out. Inhaling and exhaling, in and out. From here, closing. Keeping the feet together, bringing the palms together, transferring some of that wonderful energy to the palms. And then bringing the palms to the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Inhaling, as we guide the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so that it may be used throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, guiding all that wonderful qi that you've been cultivating into the lower dantian. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you, Qigong family. If you like, you're welcome to stay with us. We're doing the fall exercise today, or right now. It's going to be the second in the series, and then tomorrow, Labor Day, we get to kick off with the third set of the fall series. So we'll be switching exercises. So let's go ahead, moving everything around. I'm going to get a sip of water real quick. There we go. All right, settling into the space. Allowing the spine to elongate. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. The hands coming into baby fists. And closing the eyes. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. And when you're ready, gently opening the eyes, gathering in front of the breastbone. Inhaling, activating the claws in the upper musculature. Exhaling as we turn our torsos to the left. Inhaling as we elevate the shoulders and look up. Staying in this position as we exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. And then exhaling back to the center, giving ourselves a chance to regroup. Continuing on the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Coming back to the center. Okay, now you get to do it at your own pace, 2 more times on each side. And if you like, you can go straight from one side to the next. And I'll wait a little bit at the end of this part 1 so that everyone has a chance to catch up. Okay, so for the second part, we're tapping the back. Traditionally, classically, it's 24 times if you're female, 36 times if you're male. And we're tapping the low back lightly. We're just saying hello to the kidneys. We're not shouting at the kidneys. We're placing the hands one on top of the other. Once again, traditionally, men place their left hand on top. Women traditionally place their right hand on top. We're going to be, in this closing series, pressing the teeth together. And typically for men, it's once again 36 times. Women, it's 24. Then we're gonna circle the tongue in front of the teeth. And that's gonna be 9 times clockwise, 9 times counterclockwise. We're gonna take all that saliva that we've generated. We're gonna swish it around in the mouth. Everyone's going to do that 36 times. And then we're gonna swallow the saliva in thirds, allowing each third to rest into the lower dantian before continuing on with the next. And the thumbs are touching, they're communicating as we're sitting. Okay, let's do it. When you're ready, closing the eyes. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Drawing the qi, gathering the qi into the lower dantian. Allowing it to fill up. Exhaling, allowing that qi to settle and store. So it's there for you to use throughout the rest of your day.
Thank you, wonderful, amazing people.